Hello there, people. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reacting to 5 creepy mysteries that are chilling to hear. So it's going to be a lot of talking. I hope not I fall asleep for things like this. Anyways, this is by Top 5 Unknowns. Reacted to a few of their videos. Awesome videos. So we're going to get right into it by going bottom left. Let's do this. And subscribe.
Nowadays, police investigators have a wealth of technology at their disposal when trying to get to the bottom of a case. And one piece of tech that they rely heavily on is CCTV security camera footage. These systems have played a major role in cracking some of the most baffling cases.
Yeah, when I watch my true crime, security cameras are amazing. They just like capture everything. It's great.
And they are an invaluable tool in cases that are yet to be solved. Number 5. Anyone who owns a business knows that it's important to keep your premises and merchandise safe from the hands of criminals who take any opportunity that they can get to help themselves to other people's hard-earned gains. But sometimes even this isn't enough, as a business owner in Scotland found out in February of 2023. At around 2 p.m. on Sunday the 19th, the manager of the Thai restaurant and bar in Shawlands, Glasgow, arrived for work, but as soon as he arrived, his heart sank. He noticed that the front door of the restaurant had been badly damaged, as was the floor, and he immediately contacted the police. Upon their arrival, they checked the restaurant's CCTV camera footage, and it soon became clear what had happened. Footage from the street outside the restaurant shows
Is that an alien?
two men wearing hoodies approaching the restaurant from across the street.
Okay.
One man runs to the front door where he picks up a brick and throws it at a glass door. He then picks it up and throws it a second time before his accomplice joins in. They kick at the door until enough of the glass is broken to allow them entry, and they rush inside. Shortly after, both men reappear on the sidewalk and they flee out of sight. The damage that was done to the property is more than $500, and given that the thugs got away with just $120 in cash from the register, it truly seems like a senseless crime. Added to this is the fact that the restaurant had to close its doors until repairs were done, causing a further loss in profits. The owner of the restaurant, Robert Kokotska, stated that in the 3 years that he's had the restaurant,
That is so annoying. That's like, okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what it's like because this happened to me. It's happened to my wife multiple times. People that want to break into your car, like you've got, I don't know, like your front speaker, okay? In the older cars specifically, they, if your front loader or whatever, and then you don't take it out, and then people want to steal that so they can sell it or whatever. Okay? Do you know how many times that's happened to me? And most of the time, the flippin' idiots must break your window, and now you must get your window repaired. Oh my word, is it annoying? It is. Jeez, my wife, I can't remember what happened. She doesn't even know what happened, but some people just decided to throw a brick through the back of her window in a car, in an old car. Just throw a brick through the window. Ha ha ha, funny. No. Grow up. Jeez.
there's never been any cause
so
for
annoying.
concern as far as crime, but he was told that 2 other businesses were also burgled on the same night. No arrests have been made, and Scottish police have asked anyone with information to contact them. The restaurant has also issued a reward of $1,200 to anyone who has information that leads to the arrest of the 2 criminals in the CCTV footage. Number 4.
That's pretty annoying, eh? Literally, $120 in my pocket, but of course $500 damage, and I have to close my doors.
Gone are the days when you could leave your car parked in your driveway overnight and find it untouched the next morning. Many criminals prefer crimes of opportunity, and that's exactly what they found in Long Island in August of 2022. Many residents of the area reported to police that their cars were broken into, and that personal items had been stolen while they slept. In one incident alone, over $100 worth of items was missing from a vehicle after it was discovered that it had been burglarized. However, the police released CCTV footage that was captured by a camera in the neighborhood, and they asked for the public's help in identifying the perpetrators.
That's annoying. So I'm going to tell you a little story. I always have to get into my little stories, you know. So I used to drive a Toyota Corolla. My first car, it used to be my grand's. I got it. Okay. Anyways, so easy to break into. Like, I think you could like put in someone else's car key and it could open up. Anyways, I knew this, so I literally, within 2 weeks, I lost 2 front loaders, okay? The first one I had for a week, brand new, had Bluetooth and everything. I was at the soccer field playing soccer with my friends. While we were playing soccer, someone broke into my car, stole the front loader. Done. That was the first one. From there, I learned my lesson. I'm like, okay, fuck this. I'm going to remove it every single time so that they can't steal it or they won't want to steal it or whatever. Back then, I was dating another girl and stopped at her house. I was there for 15 minutes. I just popped in. 15 minutes. So I'm like, I'm not going to take out my car. The car's in the driveway. I'm not going to take the front loader out. Within 15 minutes, someone stole my new one that I literally just bought after that one. 2 weeks time, and I lost 2 flipping front loaders. Do you know how annoyed I was? Oh my gosh, it was the most annoying thing ever. I couldn't believe it. Within 15 minutes, they took the biggest chance of all time. Anyways, yeah, that's my little rant.
In one piece of footage, 2 men wearing dark clothing and masks over their faces could be seen walking past the driveway of one house. One of the men can be seen casually strolling past while the other walks up to 2 vehicles that are parked in the driveway. He's then seen opening the door of a white truck and leaning in to see what he can pick.
Hey, why aren't their cars locked? You know?
In further CCTV footage that wasn't released, a car could be seen following one of the robbers as they walked through the streets. But when a newspaper delivery man arrived on the street, the robber quickly jumped into the getaway vehicle and they fled. Police officers confirmed that there had been a spate of vehicle thefts that same night, and warned members of the public to keep their vehicles locked at all times when leaving them unattended. It's also been suggested that people in the area install security lights and cameras in front of their houses, as this often acts as a deterrent against petty thefts. Many residents also stated that they will no longer be leaving any of their valuables in their cars overnight. The robbers targeted 3 specific roads, namely North Queens Avenue.
That is just like, you know, like here in Cape Town and stuff. That's just like the norm. Can't leave anything valuable in your car anymore. Doesn't matter what. My friend's dad, he was at an engine busy putting in petrol, or he went inside to go and buy something in the shop or something like that, left his laptop bag in the boot of the car. Okay? His work laptop thing. Firstly, I don't know how they knew that he had it in there. I can't remember if he put it in there. I don't know. Maybe, let's say he did. Okay. Somehow they used an alarm blocker. So when it's almost like they were waiting for him. When he put the laptop in the boot, closed the boot, and when he pushed his alarm to lock the car, they used like an alarm blocker thing, and it stopped, or they used an alarm to open up his car. I have no idea how they did it. But he came back, got to his house, and looked in his boot. Laptop's gone. It wasn't locked properly or something. I don't know. Crazy, eh? What a nut story. Yeah. Anyways.
North Suffolk Avenue and Rosewood Drive.
Leave stuff in your car
Many
anymore.
of the vehicle owners who had their cars broken into stated that they felt like their privacy had been violated, and they've been left feeling anxious since they don't feel safe in their own neighborhoods any longer. Number 3. Liquor stores are considered among some of the riskiest stores to work in, as they're often targeted by robbers who are after the store's merchandise and the cash that's kept on the premises. It's for this reason that these types of stores often have security guards stationed on the premises, or security cameras that record everything that goes on inside the store, whether it's during business hours or while the store is unattended. But security cameras aren't always enough to deter criminals, as one business owner in West Miami, Florida, found out when his liquor store was robbed in the early morning hours of August 1st, 2022. In CCTV footage from outside the store, two men were filmed as they struggled with the store's front door. They were using an unknown implement to break in, and eventually they managed to make their way inside. Footage from inside the store then shows one of the men who's wearing a hooded sweatshirt, and he had the job of collecting as much merchandise as he could get his hands on. But his accomplice, who was wearing a baseball cap, was intent on stealing the business's well-earned cash, and he can be seen wrestling with the cash register in an effort to get inside. But when this proves to be too much trouble, he decides to take the entire register, and he can be seen walking out from behind the counter with the register drawer in his hands. Police say that the robber would have gotten away with more valuables if they'd had the forethought to look under the cash register, but they were in too much of a hurry to make their escape. Police officers stated that these types of robberies have become commonplace, but they expressed concern over the fact that these two criminals weren't too concerned with concealing their identities, since they didn't even go to the trouble of covering their faces. They were hoping that since the CCTV footage is very clear and the two men's faces are clearly visible, a member of the public would come forward and identify them. But there's no word on whether these two were apprehended.
What bastards. Jeez,
Number 2. When someone is reported as a missing person, one of the first things investigators do is check CCTV footage of the area where they were last seen, in hopes that they might spot a clue that could lead them to that person's whereabouts. But this can, in some cases, also prove to be very frustrating, since footage does exist of that person, but it proves to be no help in locating them.
Yeah, that's
the only hope that they then have is to release the footage to the public, who might see something that could lead to further developments in the case. This is exactly what happened in the mysterious disappearance of 26-year-old Reese Kearney from Queensland, Australia. On the 15th of December 2017, Reese was understandably not in the best state of mind, as one of his best friends had passed away and he had just attended his funeral. His mother wasn't at home at the time as she was running errands in town. But when she returned home, she was surprised to see that her motorbike wasn't parked at the house as it should be. Even more worrying was the fact that Reese was nowhere to be found, and after being unable to find him, she realized that he had gone missing. She contacted the police, who immediately began investigating the case, but they were also unable to locate Reese.
Please.
However, they soon learned that Reese had been spotted on CCTV footage at a roadhouse in Ravenshoe, about 80 miles away. In the footage, he can be seen pulling up next to a fuel pump, after which he walks into a store to pay for gas. He then collects his change, gets back on the motorbike, and drives in a westerly direction, headed towards Mount Garnet. Despite this footage, police were still unable to find Reese, as it was unclear where he was heading. Then, on the 8th of February the next year, Reese's mother's motorbike was found abandoned about 12.5 miles from their house, near Telstra Tower. But still, Reese was nowhere to be found. Just a few days later, some of Reese's clothes were found in Georgetown, and investigators theorized that he had hitchhiked to Georgetown after ditching his mother's motorbike at the tower. However, it's believed that Reese is unharmed as he was spotted by several witnesses on CCTV footage in Ravenshoe. But investigators are baffled as to why he hasn't contacted them or his family to let them know that he's safe. Anyone with information on Reese's whereabouts is urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-333-000. Number 1. On the 3rd of March 2023, 26-year-old Sarah Gail Ebersole became a missing person after finishing her shift at work in Reddick, Florida. Sarah's sister told investigators that she received a text from Sarah at around 7 p.m. asking to be picked up, but she told Sarah that she was too busy and wouldn't be able to help. She received another text at 7:50 p.m. in which Sarah told her to say hello to her kids for her. The last communication between the two sisters is another text from Sarah telling her that she was getting a lift with two cowboys that were driving a black pickup. When she didn't return home as expected, Sarah's roommate contacted the police, but they informed her that she would have to wait at least 7 days before they would open a missing persons case.
7 days? What? No. You can't wait 7 days? You're shitting me. Come
However,
on.
her family had more success, and they filed a report at the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Investigators managed to find CCTV footage of Sarah at a Circle K store in Reddick, in which she's seen getting into the black pickup with 2 men. They were eventually able to track the 2 men down, and they were questioned about Sarah's disappearance, but Sarah remained missing. They did, however, learn that Sarah was in the company of 2 men until the early hours of the morning, after which she willingly got into a blue car with an unknown person and left. No further leads have been found, and there's still no sign of Sarah. She's described as standing 5 foot 2 inches tall with brown hair and blue eyes. She weighs around 120 pounds and has a tattoo on her right hip.
Her eyes look pretty brown to me.
Investigators also stated that the last time she was spotted, she was wearing a white top with a black shirt underneath. They've asked anyone with information on Sarah's whereabouts to get in contact with the Marion County Sheriff's Office by dialing 352-368-3508. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button.
Ooh, that was quite an annoying video in a good way. Just like the crimes is so frustrating because I could relate to so many of them. And this last couple, so weird. Don't know where that guy went. Obviously very distraught about his friend dying. Maybe they had plans and he's fulfilling the plans, you know. Don't know why he doesn't tell people about it. But anyways, but then this last one, it's always the people that she goes with. If it's those 2 guys, it must be those 2 guys that know where she is. And then they said that she left with someone else. Does this woman just like get picked up by random people all the time? What the hell's going on? Jeez, man. Anyways, hope they find the... I don't know if we'll ever find out anything else. I mean, I don't look into these things. I could. Let me know if you want me to in the comments section below. Otherwise, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And hit that notification bell. Yeah, I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers. Bye.